What is up? What is up, YouTube? How y'all doing, man? I'm catching up on a lot of this stuff, man. But uh let me hit since we talking about kids, I'm gonna hit this one right here real quick. I'm gonna hit this off the album, y'all. My album is
I thought
out,
I'd just send
y'all.
this one out to Diddy's kids.
Check it.
It's Uncle Mike, y'all. Yeah. Look, hey, they say the apple don't fall far from the tree. Then the sun's in the light where the cameras be. Puff built an empire off of hustle and fame. Then the boys in the court trying to clear their name. Media buzzing, got the headlines lit. Talking about charges, but the facts don't fit. A legacy's great, ain't easy to bend. When your father's a mogul, they all stop and stare. Now he's standing in the courtroom, pressure so wild. With the world on his shoulder, legacy on trial. He ain't asked for the fame or the flashing lens. Just trying to live life, not make amends. Now he's standing in the courtroom, pressure so wild. With the world on his shoulder, legacy on trial. He ain't asked for the fame or the flashing lens. Just trying to live life, not make amends. They see Diddy in his eyes, so the judgment's fast. But the son ain't the sin of his father's past. Every move they make, they dissect with spite. Forget he's still young, trying to find what's right. Whispers in the crowd, they talk like they know, but ain't been in the shoes or walked through the snow. Social media courtroom is useless feed. Facts take a back seat when clicks gonna lead. Now he's standing in the courtroom, pressure so wild. With the world on his shoulder, legacy on trial. He ain't asked for the fame or the flashing lens. Just trying to live life, not make amends. Now he's standing in the courtroom, pressure so wild. With the world on his shoulder, legacy on trial. He ain't asked for the fame or the flashing lens. Just trying to live life, not make amends. The truth's gonna rise and the lies don't win. But karma got a timing and it don't pretend. If you're guilty, let justice take control. If he innocent, let him walk out whole. So before you throw shade or feed that flame, remember every man got his own damn name. Not just the son of a star or a hip-hop king. He's a man with a voice, let the gavel ring. Let's rap.
Man, it took 2 days to get that. Oh. Then I kept missing the note. I kept doing. Oh my God! I sat there and I got that thing together to put the reverb and the effect and the auto tune and all that stuff to make it sound like that. It's not like people think that. I don't know, the auto tune. Y'all know it's auto tune on there. Uncle, I ain't got no vocal skills, man. I can't sing. That stuff ain't me, cuz. So long story short, it's not like you just put this plug in or put this effect on and it work like that. It don't work like that. You gotta tweak it, look up stuff and learn this, the detune, and learn this and learn that. Change this note, move this over. It's so much work to tweak every section of every part of a song. And I sat there and made sure I did it and say, okay, this is good enough for me. Anyway, the album is out. It's up to y'all, man. People say it's a hit song. That's awesome. You gotta, it's up to y'all now. The ball is in your court. You have to, I don't know, purchase the album. It's only $14. In order to make a change, we got to make a change not given to that Mr. Doctor. I'm going to call him Mr. Doctor. I cannot believe this, man. One person can't build a whole school. In order to make these powerful people like Jay-Z won't take this DNA test. And I'm not even tripping over You know, everybody talk about he look like Jay-Z. He don't look like Jay-Z. Just because somebody look like somebody, that don't mean nothing. But that's not the point. You missing the point. The point is, if somebody came to me and was saying that you are my daddy and all this information, should you have to take the test? Oh, I got so much money to the point I can just bypass this test thing. I don't think it's fair. And for 10 years of this man pushing this thing down Jay-Z's throat, take the test, man. You done fought it all kinds of ways in the court. What? I know why you ain't taking the test. We know why you ain't taking the test. So with that being said, man, let's make some changes, man. I mean, everybody say that this my album, the songs on my album, some of them should be a hit. Oh, this is a hit right here. You can only prove a hit by purchasing or buying the album. You know, if you like it so much, you should support Uncle Mike so I can go out there and start making some real moves, making some things happen, man. So I'm not a talker, so let me shut up. Y'all hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell, baby. Hit that bell. Let's check this bad boy out. This is going to be a double whammy right here. Let's see what he got to say. I'm catching up, y'all. I'm in the Philippines. I'm on vacation. I'm chilling. So I'm in here just catching up.
Do you believe wholeheartedly that Jesus is your father?
I really do. And if it's not, why you can't prove me wrong? Like, it's not far as a proving me wrong thing. It's go to the courtroom and basically do what everybody else would have to do. Like, it's not, you don't have to prove me wrong. I just want the truth.
Now, unfortunately, I do not think that Ramir is getting any form of justice. Jay-Z is not going to, especially in this day in life, with the stresses that he's facing with this lawsuit.
That's how it started. A side-by-side photo, a deleted Instagram post, and a joke that hit harder than a diss track. That's his nose. 50 Cent wasn't just clowning. He was throwing gasoline on a story Jay-Z's team has tried to keep quiet for years. This is the story of Ramir Satterthwaite, the man who says he's Jay-Z's son, backed by his late mother's testimony, saying he's been stalked by strangers and now getting public support from 50 Cent himself.
Push the case. That's what I basically can say. We didn't have enough information to keep the case going, so it was a big case to me because, you know, I really wanted to find out who my father was. And
a federal judge has just ordered Jay-Z to respond. For the first time since 2015, he's under a firm deadline. Sources close to 50 Cent say he's ready to help, and the paternity fight is about to get uglier. Jay-Z's lawyers call it harassment, but to Ramir, this is about identity, about truth. It began when he was a teenager in Philly, raised by a single mother and hearing whispers about who his real father might be. Before her death, his mom, Wanda, recorded a video statement. "I have a son in a paternity case with Sean Carter. I stand by my son." According to Wanda, she met Jay-Z back in 1992. She was 16, he was 22, at his aunt's Brooklyn apartment after he picked her up in Philly. For more than 2 decades, she tried to prove what happened. And when she passed in 2016, Ramir kept going. With his godmother and legal guardian, Dr. Lily Coley, he pushed the case through courts in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and even petitioned the U.S. Supreme Court. Every time they got close, Jay-Z's lawyers raised jurisdiction arguments. In court filings, his attorneys labeled the claims fabricated and part of a decades-long harassment campaign, stressing that earlier courts dismissed similar suits. Ramir's side counters with property records they say show Jay-Z did own New Jersey real estate, undermining the jurisdiction defense. Then came new accusations that Wanda was asked to sign legal papers while recovering from a medicated coma, an allegation never tested in court. That soon after a filing, Ramir's car was shot 6 times, something he cites as intimidation, though no suspects were identified. That unfamiliar car staked out his and Dr. Coley's home around 4 a.m. Again, allegations, not proven facts. Despite the fear, they pressed on, because this latest suit isn't about child support. It seeks damages for emotional distress, reputational harm, and legal costs. And this time, they advanced. In May 2025, a federal judge granted Rimer's motion and set July 18th, 2025 for Jay-Z's written response, the first federal deadline in years that forces him to address the paternity allegations on the merits. While lawyers drafted motions, 50 Cent lit up Instagram. He posted the side-by-side photo and wrote, "Can somebody help me with this one? That is his nose. LOL." The post went viral, then vanished, but screenshots lived on. Next came the cryptic line, "A good lawyer knows the law. A great lawyer knows the judge." Entertainment outlets report, though without on-record confirmation, that 50 Cent privately offered Rimer access to his legal team. Nicki Minaj jumped in for her own reasons. She reposted 50's meme, adding, "Oh, is this why he was trending the other day? I don't know. I hope all is well. To God be the glory." Behind her comment is a separate feud. On X, Nicki claims Jay-Z and Roc Nation owe her $100 to $200 million tied to title equity. Claims Jay-Z's camp hasn't addressed publicly. The online pressure snowballed. TikTok creators dissected filings. Reddit threads asked, "Why won't Jay-Z just take the test?" Unverified gossip videos even claim Matthew Knowles said, "The boy deserves an answer," though no mainstream outlet has confirmed he ever said it. Ramir keeps asking for one thing, a DNA test.
It's not far as a proven me wrong thing. It's go to the courtroom and basically do what everybody else would have to do. Like, it's not, you don't have to prove me wrong. I just want the truth.
The longer Jay-Z refuses, the worse public optics get. Allegations of intimidation also linger. Ramir maintains the car shooting and late-night surveillance were messages meant to silence him. Dr. Coley alleges they face illegal liens and a $15,000 legal fee judgment in 2022 that strained their finances. Still, they press forward because on May 28th, 2025, the judge's order became clear. Jay-Z must respond by July 18th. No jurisdiction loopholes left. Jay-Z's lawyers insist the suit is fabricated and note prior contempt findings against Ramir's side for ignoring earlier rulings. But unlike past skirmishes, this one has social media spotlights and celebrity megaphones. International outlets from Daily Mail to the Tribune track each update, and the same question echoes, why won't Jay-Z take the test? 50 Cent keeps fanning the flames, hinting at more receipts. Nicki Minaj keeps her own scorecard on unpaid equity. Other artists watch quietly. July 18th looms like Judgment Day. For once, the narrative isn't controlled by press releases. It's unfolding in real time. Jay-Z, the mogul, billionaire, blueprint, is now just a man facing one question he's dodged for over a decade. A mother left a video. A son chased courts instead of cosigns. A godmother stood against million-dollar lawyers. And a judge finally said, enough. If 50 Cent truly steps in, this may grow into more than a paternity dispute. It could expose an entire playbook of power, pressure, and silence.
My bad. I forgot. I'm on vacation, man. I forgot. What was the next one I was gonna play? Wait a minute. He ain't who you think. This person? Was this it? Wait a minute, let's see. The True 50 Cent, this one right here.
You know, I remember one time walking in the studio, Bleak Beans, everybody was in there, and I was like, man, I'm telling you, man, y'all got a chance right now, just flood it, put out a lot of music, because 50 Cent is coming. And, you know, 4 months later, in the club hit, and it was over. And it was just like, okay, now everybody got to sit on the sidelines and wait this tidal wave out.
It's a huge difference in energy internationally in 50 Cent and Jay-Z. In fact, his largest selling record sold 430-something thousand copies. My largest selling records sold 5 million. And let them be fooled in America and think there's a competition there. Because America can be purchased. You can buy it with marketing dollars. You see what I'm saying? But the rest of the world is not enough marketing dollars.
Why are you so on top of the business side of Jay-Z? You know what I'm saying? Some people like to just be an artist.
Yeah, I was actually forced to be an artist and a businessman because when I tried to get a deal, I couldn't get a deal, so I had to create Rockefeller Records. We actually created Rockefeller Records from nothing. And, you know, so I was forced to know both.
Jay-Z scared of 50 Cent? Oh, it's deeper than it looks. Now, 50 is finally spilling what's been whispered for years. rumors of cheating, shady moves with young artists, and even a so-called secret contract with Beyonce. Jay-Z been running the game like a puppet master, warning people in his tight industry circle to stay far away from 50 Cent. But guess what? 50 ain't holding back anymore, and he's calling out every single name Jay tried to silence. This beef goes way back, straight to the late 90s. 50 first came at Jay-Z on that wild track How to Rob, straight up dissing him and calling him a poser. He made it clear from the jump that Jay wasn't untouchable like he wanted folks to believe. 50 saw through the hype, exposing Jay as someone who talked big but never swung back unless it was behind closed doors. Jay-Z wasn't really about confrontation. Nah, he was about blackballing. He'd use his power to crush careers quietly.
That's why I made a statement about Taylor Swift. I wish he would come take one of my awards so I could black his eye in front of everybody. And Jay disagrees.
I want everyone to be clear. No one's scared of 50 Cent.
Does that bother you? Does it bother you?
No, it doesn't bother me. It's just his choice.
Why would you have to make that clear when no one's ever asked me if I'm afraid of Jay-Z?
The public is responding to his punk presentation. It's not 50 Cent. I don't have a problem with him. Kanye would not take a trophy from me. Neither Jay-Z.
Right.
Neither one of them.
What would you have?
Just like he did when he clashed with Nas years later, Jay tried to sabotage Nas's album sales by flooding the market with his own music, drowning out the competition. He pulled the same stunt on 50, plotting to drop projects around the same time just to block the shine. That's how he played the game. And it wasn't just 50 Cent or Nas. Jay-Z had a history of doing this. Sean talked big about uplifting black artists, but Jay was moving the same way, shutting down the very people he claimed to support. Look at Beanie Siegel. Jay-Z blackballed him too, timing his own album drops to clash with Beanie's projects, cutting off his momentum. Jay-Z even tried to block 50 Cent from the Super Bowl stage. Yeah, you heard that right. It was only after Eminem stepped up and personally demanded 50's spot that he got added back to the lineup. That's how deep the politics run.
Yeah, he said that. That was the first of me actually hearing it. Like, oh, shit. Like, I used to have questions like why every time my album dropped, Jay would drop right on top. He wouldn't let me breathe or right before me. Like, I was always close, and I always thought, like, damn, if a kid, back then it was physical copies. So if you had $20, $20 that you saved up and you was going to buy an album, and it's under the same house, Rockefeller, between Jay and being seen.
Eminem's always been solid and loyal, making sure 50 stayed close even when the industry tried to push him out. See, despite all his fame, 50 never forgot the people around him. He's the type to pull his crew up with him, no matter how big he gets. Tony Yayo even said straight up that 50 is a legend when it comes to rap, but it's the way he stays approachable and real with other black artists that makes him different. He doesn't move like he's untouchable. He moves like he remembers where he came from. Jay-Z, though, whole different energy. He walks like he's too high above everyone else, like nobody's on his level anymore. Yeah, he's a businessman first, but every move he's made has always been about the bag, not the people. And 50 didn't hold back. He flat out called Beyonce's marriage to Jay-Z a contract.
The new lawsuit coming with Jay, the part with Jay. I go, oh shoot, like
to us, black excellence.
That had to be there.
We getting tighter, you know what I'm saying? And united we stand, and ain't nothing else.
Black excellence, they're sitting there like, yeah. It's the billionaire brunch. You're like,
I hate you, man.
Unaware of anything going on here. This is the one time I'm gonna be with you this year.
Come on, bro. That's wild. Since locking it down with Beyonce, Jay's been racking up Grammys left and right, stacking his power and building this image like he's completely untouchable. The so-called marriage between Beyonce and Jay-Z. 50 Cent says it's just a contract, a power move to boost both their careers. And that's exactly why Jay-Z allegedly keeps stepping out on her. Word on the street is Jay-Z allegedly cheated on Beyonce with Rihanna too. That's the kind of messy drama that's been whispered in the industry for years. And here's where it gets even more twisted. Rihanna was just 16 when Jay-Z signed her to Def Jam. Allegedly, she was flown to America all by herself and made to perform in Jay-Z's hotel room at 3 a.m. Yeah, 3 in the morning. That's how her career supposedly started, and it's been raising eyebrows ever since. People still talk about how strange and shady that signing was. But Jay-Z's history of drama doesn't stop there.
Diva Rihanna. She's from Barbados?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's Bayesian.
Okay, she's Bayesian. How did you come in contact with her? I mean, did you fly over there?
No, Jay Brown had actually bought me the song. She got a song right now, and it's I wouldn't say massive because of her roots, but she has this outrageous song called Ponly Replay. And he played that song for me, and I was scared. I was like, that song is too big for her. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, a new artist, when a song is that big, it's it's hard to come back from. And I don't sign songs, I sign artists.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Why don't you break down the difference between that? Because the viewing public might not understand that.
Go back to December 1999. He was caught up in a huge headline-making incident. He was accused of stabbing music executive Lance Rivera at the Kit Kat Club in New York City. The whole situation blew up in the press, making Jay look more like a street hustler than the polished businessman he tries to act like today. It was one of those wild moments that reminded everybody he wasn't always this untouchable mogul. He came from a place where things got real quick. Let's not act like we forgot. Jay-Z straight up admitted to cheating on Beyonce multiple times. Back in 2007, it came out, and then again in 2014, the rumors started swirling heavy about him being caught up with someone else. And who can forget that iconic elevator moment after the 2014 Met Gala after party? Solange went off on Jay-Z, swinging at him while the cameras caught it all.
9 times out of 10, you won't buy the Jay-Z album. I never understood that every single album that I dropped, Jay dropped right on time. And it was like, damn, like to have in-house competition at that magnitude was crazy. Jay already the boss, but I always thought that, like, let me breathe. But
Meanwhile, Beyonce just stood there calm, letting it play out like she agreed with every move her sister made. That scene spoke louder than words. Inside the industry, people already knew the real deal about their so-called marriage. Jay-Z's rumored involvement with Rihanna, Rita Ora, and Rachel Roy while still being married was no secret behind closed doors. And the wildest part, Beyonce knew about it all and didn't do a thing. She stayed quiet because it wasn't about love, it was about business. Their whole relationship started looking like a carefully built empire, not a real romance. And it doesn't even stop there.
Maliciously plot to hold me back. I don't know, man. I don't believe that. I don't want to believe that. I mean, but like I said, though, they ain't no better than me.
Jay-Z's infidelity kept stacking up over the years, and just a few months ago, reports came out that he was allegedly involved with Sean too. Yeah, the same Sean who's been surrounded by endless rumors himself. People say in that elite circle, if you've got the money, you can move however you want with zero consequences. Jay-Z's empire might look polished on the surface, but behind closed doors, the whispers are endless. Industry insiders say there's a whole network of hidden deals and favors that keep his name untouchable. From shady business partnerships to secret contracts with artists who suddenly disappear, it's like he's always 3 steps ahead, making sure nothing damaging ever sticks to him. Remember how so many artists who once stood close to him ended up falling off? Folks talk about how Jay-Z cut ties with Kanye when things got too messy, leaving him hanging when the heat turned up. Same story with Dame Dash. One minute they were building Rockefeller together. The next minute, Jay distanced himself and took the crown for himself. It's a pattern.
Jay-Z's career, you can look at that and say the association to Beyonce is when he started to receive the 16, 17 Grammys since he's been with Beyonce. Right? And you go, prior to that, 1.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that came in association, like you see their kids even have Grammys. Like they don't sing yet. They don't sing. Right. They don't rap yet. And they already have Grammys and shit. So it's like they give them this trophy so we secure that they're coming to the award show. It meant that much to the culture that they just gave them.
Get what he needs, then walk away like it never happened. And let's not forget how many young artists signed under his label only to fade into the background. Some say he used them for a moment, then locked them in contracts that kept them stuck while he pushed his own brand forward. It's a ruthless game, and Jay's been the master of it for decades. Even now, rumors say he's still moving pieces behind the scenes, making calls to block anyone who dares to challenge his throne. Jay-Z's power doesn't just stop at music, it stretches deep into fashion, sports, and even politics, but the way he moves in those circles raises more questions than answers. People say he built his billion-dollar status by stepping over anyone who couldn't keep up.
Rihanna was tricked to Def Jam.
She was an innocent baby when she came over here. And look at her now.
14 going on 15 years old. Flown over without parental supervision in a private plane by a man who was supposed to be a producer who auditioned her at 3 a.m. in the morning in a hotel room, auditioning.
Using connections in high places to get what he wants. That Rock Nation empire, it's not just a music label, it's a gatekeeping machine. If Jay doesn't co-sign you, good luck breaking through the industry walls. Take the athletes he signed under Rock Nation Sports. Some blew up instantly, but others quietly disappeared. Insiders claim he only pushes the names that benefit his brand the most, leaving the rest forgotten. It's all about control, making sure nobody shines brighter than him. And if you cross him, rumor is he can freeze your career overnight with just one phone call. Even in politics, his influence has raised eyebrows. He's been spotted with powerful figures, getting VIP treatment, but people whisper it's all about securing more power, not uplifting the community like he claims. Behind the charitable donations and public image, some say it's just another way to clean up the moves happening behind the scenes. And while the world praises his hustle, there's a growing list of people who've been burned by his game, left in the shadows while he climbs higher and higher. Jay-Z's connections don't just live in the spotlight.
Some people chase the hot song for a minute, and then they sign, based on the song. I want to sign it based on an artist, based on, or based on the swagger, based on the level of talent, based on the writing, So I was a little reluctant when I first heard the song, and then, he kept going, Jay Brown, he kept being persistent. I was like, bring her by. And when she walked in our office, I was like, she just had, it was just something about her. It was just, she had this, it was just something about her. And then she performed the song, and I was like, okay. Then, we sat down and we talked, and they were talking about how she would stay in the studio and try to get the verse over, and then come back the next day. I was like, oh, work ethic, everything is there. So we signed her that night. We didn't let her leave the office.
Really?
The 3 a.m. was when that contract got signed. So from the meeting around 3, 4 in the afternoon, we signed it by 3 a.m. Wow. That day, I was absolutely certain.
They run deep into hidden networks most people never see. Rumors say he's linked to secret parties and private gatherings where only the elite are invited. These events are said to be filled with celebrities, politicians, and billionaires, all moving in ways the public would never believe. And somehow, Jay always comes out clean, like nothing ever touches him. People who once worked close to him whisper about unspoken rules around Jay-Z. If you're in his circle, you keep your mouth shut or your career disappears overnight. Some say that's why so many artists, assistants, and even former friends never speak out. They're scared of the power he holds. It's like he built an invisible wall of influence that protects him no matter what. And let's not forget, Beyonce benefits from this too. Together, they're a brand. An empire built on secrecy and control.
Right. Because of look, Jay-Z and them was putting it together. So I think they still harbor some energy towards me.
You think you were purposely left out of the ad?
No. I don't think. I think that they were saying the NFL has some issues with me that I don't know what those issues are. Like what is the issue? You see what I'm saying? Like, and I with M, because like with Nori he had communication. He said, yeah, I talked to the big homie. He was saying, so Jay, he was telling me, the white boy wouldn't do the truth without 50, right? And I'm like,
industry insiders say the Carters have files on people, information they can use to protect themselves or shut down anyone who threatens their image. That's why no matter how many rumors pop up, cheating, shady deals, hidden contracts, they never truly stick. The rest of the industry might stay silent, but 50 Cent, He's got nothing to hide, so he's not scared of anybody. While everyone else tiptoes around the truth, 50 keeps throwing bombs without blinking. On an episode of the Flagrant podcast, 50 straight up said Jay-Z allegedly drugged women. And the reason so many people are quiet is because they were allegedly involved in those same shady crimes alongside Jay-Z and Sean. That's a heavy accusation. But 50 didn't flinch when he said it. And he didn't stop there either. On Big Boy TV, 50 went even harder, saying, "Big homie wanna look like a gay painter." He was talking about Jay-Z throwing shade at how Jay's been dressing lately, trying to mimic the style of Jean-Michel Basquiat.
At 3 a.m. in the morning, a 14-year-old girl. She was flown to another country. She was taken to Def Jam headquarters. She was left in a conference room alone with Sean Carter for nearly 6 hours alone, with no parental supervision. Her father collected a $500,000 check. She has the fastest inked deal in Def Jam history.
Rocking wild hair and artsy fits like he's some kind of living masterpiece. It might sound random, but 50 knows exactly how to hit a nerve. Most people in the industry wouldn't dare say anything like that about Jay-Z. They're too scared of the backlash, too worried about getting blackballed. But 50, he doesn't care. He's built his own empire, so he can't be controlled or silenced. If he feels some type of way, he's gonna let it fly, no matter who's in the crossfire. And the craziest part, every time 50 speaks, it shakes the room, because deep down, a lot of folks suspect he's telling the truth, just saying what everyone else is too scared to admit. 50 Cent's shots at Jay-Z didn't just stop at podcasts and interviews. He's been sprinkling clues and subliminals for years. In his books, in his shows, and even in his social media posts, he's been exposing little pieces of what he knows about the industry's dark side. And every time, the fans eat it up because they know 50 isn't scared to burn bridges. He doesn't need anyone's approval.
That's when I start saying crazy stuff, because I look and I go, oh, that's your big homie, right? And so you image yourself after a gay painter. Your big homie want to look like a gay painter.
What are we talking about here?
We're talking about Basquiat. He wants to look like a gay painter.
Oh my God, I think I know where we're going with
so
this.
Now look, what I'm saying to you is, look, when you start looking at, that's not mine, that's theirs, they're Harper, right? But when you look at, M is looking at the entire legacy.
Yeah.
The whole thing, like with M, Dre, and myself.
Meanwhile, Jay-Z stays silent, pretending he's above it all. But the silence, it makes people talk even more. The streets start whispering, why doesn't Jay clap back? Some say it's because 50 knows too much, and Jay can't risk opening doors that are better left closed. It's like a cold war between two heavyweights, one with raw truth, the other with power and influence. And it's not just about Jay-Z anymore. 50's been hinting that there's a whole circle of top names in entertainment who are tied into the same mess. Secret deals, private parties, and crimes that never see daylight. He says they protect each other, keeping their dirty secrets locked away while putting on a clean face for the world. Jaguar Wright har varit på Jay-Z I år. She's not some outsider making noise. She actually worked with him, saw the machine up close, and knows firsthand what he's capable of. According to her, Jay-Z isn't just a cold, calculated businessman. He's dangerous. She says the industry protects him because he's way too powerful to cross. Anyone who even thinks about exposing him ends up silenced, blackballed, or worse, forgotten. And she's not the only one sounding alarms. 50 Cent has been saying it loud too. Jay-Z and Sean are connected, tied into the same elite circle, moving the same way. 50 even said they're two peas of the same pod. The only real difference? Jay-Z is way smarter about it. He moves from the shadows, pulling strings quietly while keeping his own image polished and clean. Sean, he's been more reckless, leaving a trail of rumors and scandals he can't fully outrun. Jay-Z learned from watching Sean's mistakes. He perfected the art of staying untouchable. He lets others take the heat while he stays in the background, always a step ahead of anyone trying to bring him down. And the craziest part, the higher you climb in the industry, the more you hear about the things people can't say publicly, because everyone knows messing with Jay-Z's power could cost you everything. 50 Cent doesn't care how powerful you are, who you're married to, or what fancy boardroom you sit in. He's not scared to call you out, and honestly, somebody had to do it. While the rest of the industry keeps their heads down and stays silent, 50 keeps pulling back the curtain, showing people the truth they're not supposed to see. And what's hiding behind that curtain? It sure ain't the polished billionaire mogul image Jay-Z wants the world to believe. No, behind the awards, the money, and the carefully crafted PR lies a web of secrets that only a few dare to speak on. 50 clearly knows something that the rest of the industry won't say out loud, maybe because they're too scared or maybe because they're too deep in it themselves. So what do you think 50 Cent really knows? Is there even more we haven't heard yet? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk about it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next, because you never know what's hiding in plain sight. Stay tuned and see what's popping in our hood next.
Man, I never thought that Rockefeller was signing sport people and everything. I thought he was all about music, but he in the NFL and everything, so yeah, I know how that go. This is crazy, man. Jay-Z is about to, I can't wait, man. I know for a fact that this stuff is about to go crazy. Puffy, Jay-Z about to get ready to take a test or something. He gonna have to take that test, man. I don't see no other way around it. And 50 is pushing like a champ, but people are still saying that 50 Cent is backing Ramir. But I heard 50 Cent came out and said, y'all keep my name out of this. I'm not even in that mess. But people still, here go another one right here saying that real men show up. Tell him to back off. And they keep saying that 50 is backing him, but I think 50 had came out and said that. But once the tabloids and everybody is already talking, so I guess the word on the street is 50 is backing him. That's what the word on the street is. But I think 50 is saying, no, I'm not backing him, keep my name out of it. But it's too late because everybody's still saying it. Hey, I'm gonna get on up out of here. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell me Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.